I'm Shripriya. I'm a software developer in Model Real-Time team. So today I'll be giving a demo on the support for art files in Model Real-Time. So we shall look into features that supported this sprint as part of this code real-time integration. Basically, the applications which are created with model real time and code real time, they would be using the same target RTS. So it's possible to use these two products together. So last sprint, we had added the support for this integration, which was an experimental feature then. The idea here is that you can use code real time for creating some parts of your application, build them into a library, and then use that library from model real time. So the advantage is that the libraries which are created with code real time, they can be used both by the applications created with model real time and code real time. So by developing such common parts in code real time, you can avoid duplication and also share them between multiple applications. So this sprint, we have supported a larger subset of the art language. So the last version, we only had support for art protocols, which could be the type of UML-RT ports. Now it's also possible to inherit the UML-RT protocols from these art protocols and configure further. It's also possible to use the art events with the user-defined parameter types. So also we've added support for art capsules. So it's now possible to use the art capsules as type of UML RT parts and connect the ports of the art capsule to the UML RT ports. So, and earlier there was a need to manually build in code real time. So now this is no longer required. The art compiler is now automatically invoked from the generated makefile. And this feature is no longer an experimental feature. So we shall look into the demo where we'll try to configure some parts of the application in code real time and then use it in model real time to create a working application. Along with that, look into the new features we have supported this sprint. So as a first step, the library shall be defined in code real time. So I have here a library already configured in code real time. So which has a protocol. So the protocol and then a capsule is defined here. So you can see that with this textual notation, which is offered by the art language. So it's attractive. It is easier and often faster to configure things in a text-based editor. So, and also Code Real-Time provides the syntax highlighting, and we have content assist and many semantic validations, which basically helps us configure things in an easier and faster way. So I have pre-configured things here. And then one thing that we would have to ensure is that the library TC that we would be using, so it shall use the same target configuration as we would be using for the model real-time application. So now that we have the library, we shall move into the model real-time workspace. So now we would have to import the library that we have created in code real time. So using import projects from folder or archive, and then yeah, select the library project from code real time. So we have the library imported in our model real-time workspace. As mentioned, this feature is no longer experimental, so there is no need to turn it on in the preference like we were doing it earlier. So it's available by default. So with this library from Code Real-Time in the workspace, let me next create a model project. Yeah. So, and then the executable TC should have the prerequisite to the library TC that we have. So let us configure that. So once, and then we would have to ensure that this executable TC is an active TC. So once this is an active TC, we would see all the elements that we have defined in the library. They are visible in the Project Explorer as imported packages here. So there'll be one import package for each of the art files that would be built by the library TC. So I have the protocol and the capsule defined in separate art files. That's why I have two imported packages here. So it's now possible to use these library elements in model real-time model in the same way as if they were all defined in the model itself. So, and you can see that we have the support for events with the user-defined data types also now. And then I have a protocol in art. So let me try to inherit this protocol in model real time. So I'll create a new protocol. So the new protocol shall inherit from the art protocol. So yeah, you can see that this protocol has inherited things from the art protocol. Let me next create a capsule and have ports which is typed by this protocol. So, and then have ports. So yeah, even the art protocol is available to be configured as a type. So let me create and then, yeah. So once we have configured the ports, which is typed by this protocol, um, next we shall configure the state machine. So let me create a transition. Then configure the trigger. So we'll add some code to this. So yeah, once we have now we have defined a capsule which is using the art protocol as the port type. So and then I have another capsule in code real time from code real time. So we shall create a top capsule now. And create parts which are typed by these capsules. So I'll have one part which is typed by an art capsule and then another part by the UML capsule. So, and then it is now possible to connect these ports together. So let me create a connector. Yeah, so now we have the connector created, which connects a part typed by UML capsule and an art capsule. So next, let us set the top capsule in our TC. So when we basically build a TC which has the core real-time TC as a prerequisite, the generated makefile would automatically invoke the art compiler in order to build the prerequisite library. So this requires that model real-time knows where the code real-time is installed. So we would have to set that in the preference, run debug string substitution, art compiler variable should be set to the location of the art compiler to be used. So the location of art compiler jar has to be set here. So with this, the code real time would know where, the model real time would know where code real time is installed. And now that we've configured everything, let us build this application. So during the build, you can see that the art compiler would be invoked by the generated makefile, and also the generated application will automatically be linked with the code real-time library that we have. So let us debug this application. Yeah, you can see that we have created some parts of our application and code real time, and then some parts in model real time, integrated that together and to build a working application now. So it's important that the same target RTS version shall be used by code real time and model real time. And also all the TCs which are involved in the build should use the same target configuration. So yeah, and then when we have such an integrated application development, there would be a need to update the library art files. So let me consider, with an example, show how the workflow would be when we would have to update some art files. So in order to change the library art files, it is recommended that code real time is used for that purpose. So I will take an example where I shall update the name of an event. So let me just update the name of the event. So there is no need to build the library from within code real time now. So since it would be automatically built when we are building the model real-time executable TC. So, and then in order to see the updated model, in the library elements in model real time, we would have to close and reopen the project in model real time. So then we would be notified with this broken reference dialog, which indicates that there is some change in this particular art file, and this element is no longer there. So accordingly, we would have to update the model depending on what changes we had made. So in this case, we would have to update the triggers. So let me just fix this reference thing. So yeah, now that we were able to fix the the model based on whatever changes we had done in the art files. So this would be the workflow that we would have to use when we want to make some updates in the art files. Yeah, that's all I had with respect to the support for art files in model real time.